I have scheduled a meeting after seeking convenience at 4:30 p.m. today with the floor leaders as suggested by Leader of the Opposition and agreed to by Leader of the House, and timing has also been indicated to the concerned. I am sure we will have very fruitful interaction and find a way out, because legislature and judiciary perform optimally when they perform best in their respective realm with expedition. When we meet leaders, floor leaders, that certain constraints have been generated by judicial orders on state actions. I had the benefit yesterday of the wise counsel, experienced counsel of Leader of the House and Leader of the Opposition, who were gracious enough to respond to my invitation for an interaction on this very critical issue that is agitating minds in all branches of governance. The issue undoubtedly is serious enough. We three of us together took note of the developments and also took note of the healthy development that for the first time in unprecedented manner, the Chief Justice of India took the initiative to put everything in public domain. But then a suggestion emanated from Leader of the Opposition and agreed by Leader of the House that the issue needs to be deliberated at my instance with the floor leaders. I have scheduled a meeting after seeking convenience at 4:30 p.m. today with the floor leaders as suggested by Leader of the Opposition and agreed to by Leader of the House, and timing has also been indicated to the concerned. I am sure we will have very fruitful interaction and find a way out, because legislature and judiciary perform optimally when they perform best in their respective realm with expedition. I do not wish to be judgmental on any issue, but one thing which has found widespread acceptability in the country is that the entire material available with the Supreme Court has been shared with the people at large. And constitution of a committee with that speed, I am sure things will be available to us. We will discuss when we meet leaders, floor leaders, that certain constraints have been generated by judicial orders on state actions. And once that takes place, I'll come back to the House with the wise counsel that will be received from the floor leaders today at 4:30 p.m. माननीय सदस्य, इस सदन ने गरिमा का ख्याल रखते हुए मर्यादित आचरण का प्रदर्शन करते हुए 2015 में एक राय से एक कानूनी व्यवस्था बनाई थी. And that constitutional structure that emanated unanimously with one abstention from the Parliament, endorsed by state legislatures, should be rule of law, because it was sanctified by the Honorable President by appending her signatures under Article 111. Now is the befitting occasion for all of us to reiterate that, because that was a visionary step endorsed by Parliament. And imagine if that had taken place, things would have been different. For honorable members of Parliament, I seek your suggestions on one very important point. What emanated from Indian Parliament as a historic development with rare convergence of unity since independence found acceptance by needed state legislatures. We need to reflect what happened to that. Under the Constitution, there is no provision that allows anyone to tinker with that. There is no constitutional provision of review or appeal of a constitutional amendment. If there is legislation in the country by parliament or state, judicial review can take place on the anvil whether there is conformity with constitutional provisions. Now, before the nation, there are two situations. One, what emanated from the Indian Parliament, duly endorsed by state legislatures, sanctified by the Honorable President by appending signatures under Article 111. And second is a judicial order. Now, we are at crossroads. I strongly urge members to reflect. There can be no breach by any institution of what emanated from the Parliament, endorsed by legislatures. And that should again, I reiterate, be the mechanism holding the field. It is time for us, having seen such extraordinarily painful scenario. I do not wish to go into the merits who is right or wrong. Innocence is something which we take at a very high level till someone is proven guilty. So members would think, and therefore the step taken by me, with the benefit of wise counsel and experience of leader of the opposition and leader of the House. And rarely there has been convergence that the ruling party president is leader of the House here and main opposition party president is leader of the opposition. So we will come back to the House on this very critical, important issue that concerns much beyond judicial mess. It concerns sovereignty of Parliament, supremacy of Parliament, and whether we are at all relevant. If we effect an amendment in the Constitution and that is not executable, if a constitutional amendment is not executable, I have no doubt the Parliament is possessed of the power, any power in any institution, to ensure what emanated from the Indian Parliament, sanctified by a requisite number of state legislatures, holds the field.